Hey, Evan from Midway Nissan here, just doing a quick walk-around video of a 2023 Nissan Frontier PRO-4X luxury package. Starting from the front of the 2023 Nissan Frontier PRO-4X, this is a carryover model year for the Frontier as it was completely redesigned in 2022. Built into the front end of the vehicle, you'll notice it does have the red Nissan emblem, which is also reflected on the steering wheel and the tailgate. These vehicles do also come with red tow hooks, indicating it is the off-roading spec, which comes with built-in suspension and all-terrain tires. Built into the key, like many of our other vehicles, hit the lock button 2 times, hold down the top button and it will remote start the truck. You do have the PRO-4X exclusive wheels, again with the red Nissan emblem, and you'll see on the inside you do have the built-in shock absorbers. Not sure how well it's going to come up on camera there based on the angle. You can tell they are different, they are blue. Add about 1 inch of ride height to the vehicle, and then you do have built into the 2 front door handles buttons to lock and unlock with key proximity. The tailgate is manual locking. You can opt for an electronic locking tailgate as part of the Nissan parts catalog with the accessories, which you'll see on the Nissan website. Built in all the way around, you do have cameras front, rear, and on each side of the vehicle, so it'll give you a 360 view. Damped bed, so you don't have to put your hand down to lower it. It will absolutely help you with that. And you do have the silver bed rails all the way around with cleats that can go in each of those little divots you see there. That way, any point you want to lock anything down into the tailgate, you could put a tie down point there. You'll notice in the 4 corners, you do also have the ones built into the bed with a spray-in bed liner from the factory. You do also have the full-size power outlet in the bed, which is water sealed, as well as on the interior of the truck. Built into the rear bumper, just like many of our other vehicles, you do have the parking sensors, but you also have your 4-pin up top, along with your 7-pin for towing down below. And these trucks tow about 6,500 pounds. Depending on the trim level you spec it, it will vary by about 100 or 200 pounds. This is a short bed at 5 feet with a crew cab. This truck is perfectly detailed inside and out and ready for a customer to pick up. In the rear, because this is a luxury package, you'll notice it does have a leather interior with the contrast stitching throughout. Underneath this seat, I'll lift it up, give me 1 moment here. You do have the Fender subwoofer underneath on the driver's side, along with on the passenger side, a little bit of extra storage in the case you wanted to put anything in behind. And then you have all of your jack and accessories in the case you wanted to change the spare in behind the rear seats with a spare tire, a full size underneath the truck. On the back of the center console, you do also have 2 USB ports, 1 Type-C and 1 Type-A, along with a full-size power outlet. So in the case you're ever charging tools on a drive, really easy, just plug them in back here and they'll charge up by the time you get to your destination. You do also have cup holders built into each door, as well as on the folding center console here, 2 up front and then 1 into each door up front as well. Like I was mentioning when we were in the back, the vehicle does have cameras on each side, so 1 in each mirror, 1 on the back of the tailgate that you saw there, and then 1 right with the Nissan emblem up front. These trucks do come with a 3.8 liter V6 for all the 2022 and up Frontiers, which produces 310 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. Coming on to the inside now. You'll see for the interior of these Frontiers, they do have in the PRO-4X trim the orange accents all the way around to match the stitching and the PRO-4X badging built into the seats. This being the luxury package, also comes with the Fender stereo. All these Frontiers in the PRO-4X do come with full LED headlights, daytime running lights, tail lights, and indicators. You do also have your wireless charger over here, and your rear differential lock in the case you're towing, traction control, your cargo lamp button, hill descent control, and you can change the power output to the 120 volt AC charging ports. Built into the steering wheel, like I mentioned on the outside, you do have the red Nissan emblem, which is really neat. Along the left side, this is all for your audio and source controls, as well as your buttons to operate the screen between the gauges. I'll do a full start of the truck, because I did remote start it like you would have seen. Right here, it'll show you in the bottom the mileage. This one is just 17 kilometers on it. It is already sold, but if you have any questions, we do have other Frontiers on the lot over there. You can see your steering angle input in the front. You'll see where it says 0 degrees right here. That is the steering input, so I can change that just by turning the wheel. You see now it's 10. And then you do have your power output. So right now it's in 4x2, so 2-wheel drive mode. And you can see the different pitch that the truck is. So right now we're at 0 degrees left and right, but 1 degree forward because the lot isn't perfectly flat here. You do on the steering wheel as well, if you can see it there, have your adaptive cruise control. So you can set the cruise to maintain distance between you and the vehicle in front. You do have push button start like I pushed earlier, and then your transfer case for 2-wheel drive, 4 high, and then 4 low. You can switch between 2-wheel drive and 4 high on the fly, but then to go into 4 low, it will ask you to shift into neutral. You'll notice as soon as I do that, it'll actually bring up the 360 camera, showing you what's in front of you. So this is in the idea you're going off-road. You can see what's directly in front of you that you may not be able to see right from the front of the windshield just because of how low down it is. You'll notice you can have this enabled just by pushing the camera button as well. What it's showing on the right side of the screen is just the right camera, and where you'd ideally want to have with the yellow line there, ideally where you'd want to have a curb lined up if you're parking on a street side. If you push the camera button again, it'll return to the screen it was at before. And if I switch it back into 2-wheel drive, I'll just push the camera button so it'll show you aerial view on the right side, as well as the front camera on the left side. Once more, it'll show you the same screen we were looking at previously, where it's a front camera, and then where you'd want to park with the right side of the vehicle. Navigation systems do come as standard in all the Pro-4X model. This Pro-4X Luxury does have a slightly bigger touchscreen. Like I was mentioning earlier, wireless charger here, 2 cup holders, a little bit of extra space in the case you wanted to put a phone up front, 2 USB ports, 1 Type-C and 1 Type-A. Both are capable of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Heated front seats, heated steering wheel, dual zone temperature control, so you can change the temperature independently on each side. Front defrost, side mirror defrost, fresh air in, recirculate. You do also have some extra storage around the Frontier. So up top, there is a rubberized pad in case you wanted to put something up there that won't slide around. Just gonna shift the truck back into park here. You do also have a 12-volt port up front. That way, in case you wanted to plug anything in there, you could. Deep center console with a little bit of extra storage down below there. If you pull that cover off, you can actually lock the center console here along with the key. You do have the sunroof as well in this Pro-4X trim, along with your SOS button. So in the case you wanted to dial to emergency services, roadside assistance, or anything of the like, really simple to do so. Sunglasses holder right here, which is also quite deep. Folding mirror with vanity along with the light. These trucks are really, really well equipped, and if you're comparing it to the Tacoma or Colorado, you'll find this a really, really worthy competitor to those vehicles, with many more available here where we are. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask down in the comments section. You'll notice in the description of the video, I've also linked the brochure for the 2020 Nissan Frontier here in Canada. Till then, bye for now. Hope to see you on the next one.